I mean, you can't walk into a store and say, because I have love, I'm going to buy this luxury item or that luxury item. No. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Opeyemi Goddess, and if you're new to this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. On this channel, I talk about love, relationships, marriage, lifestyle, nursing, and basically everything fun. Thank you so much for stopping by, and also for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for sticking to this channel. I really love you guys and I celebrate you. So today guys, I'll be talking about love and money in a relationship. Like, I'll be comparing both love or money in a relationship, like which one is much more important, and do we really need both in a relationship, or which one exactly do we need in a relationship? Do we need love, or do we need money, or do we need both? I'll be discussing all that in today's video, so let's just get right into today's video. So guys, before I go ahead to tell you my own opinion about this, I would just like to compare both, like the pros and cons of both, like the pros and cons of love in a relationship, the pros and cons of money in a relationship, and if either of them or both of them are actually necessary in a relationship. So let's start with love. Guys, love is the greatest of all things. Love conquers all things. I mean, no relationship can actually survive without love. There's no relationship that can survive without love. I mean, love is just like the foundation of everything, including relationships. Like, every relationship should be bound by love. So there's really no relationship that can actually like absolutely survive without love. I mean, what brought you guys together in the first instance will be love. Love, compassion for each other, love for each other, affection for each other. I'm very sure that is like the first thing that actually brought you both together in the first instance. So no relationship can actually survive without love. And then I'm actually talking about both dating relationship and even marriage relationship. Like, there's no relationship that can actually survive without love, because love is like the basis actually of all relationships. I mean, the reason why you both agreed to be with each other is definitely because you both love each other, or you both assume to love each other. I know love has to be like in the equation. So that's that. Love is definitely like the greatest. Love conquers all. And another thing about love is that love creates a bond. I mean, the bond is something that can never be explained by human nature. There's just this bond that love creates between a man and a woman, and sometimes it can't even be explained. Like, both of them just know that they love each other deeply, and they can't even really explain to people how they feel about each other, but they know they deeply love each other. And that is what love does. Love creates this inseparable bond between a man and a woman. And sometimes money isn't like really what is really necessary in a relationship, because love just creates this bond. Money cannot create this kind of bond I'm talking about. Love creates this bond in a relationship, and that is actually like the basis of a relationship. That kind of connection, that bond that love creates is very, very essential, and it can never be underestimated, really. So I also need to let you guys know that love can never be bought. I mean, you can have millions and millions and millions of dollars, of pounds, of naira, of whatever currency. It still cannot buy love. I mean, you can win a woman's heart with your money, but you cannot really win her love with your money. She can get attracted to you because of what you have to offer her in terms of material things, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she loves you. So I just feel like love can never be bought with money. Love is something that can never be bought. I mean, it's an invaluable thing. It can never be bought with money. So those are like the bases I have when it comes to love. Now to money. We also need to understand that money gives you options in life. I mean, I can wake up today and say, oh, I don't want maybe a Range Rover, I prefer a Ferrari, or I don't want a Ferrari, I prefer a Lamborghini. This is because maybe I have the money. Like, if you have money, you have several options to pick from. You have several options, you have several choices. So money kind of gives you options in life. It gives you several choices in life, and love might not necessarily give you this kind of options. I mean, you can't walk into a store and say, because I have love, I'm going to buy this luxury item or that luxury item. No, money gives you options in life. The second thing that money does is that money gives you security. Let's be truthful to ourselves. Money gives you that security in life. I mean, there's a pandemic at the moment, and a lot of people have lost their jobs. I mean, the economy is down. There's a lot of recession at the moment just because of the pandemic. But if you have money, money gives you that security that others do not have. It gives you that security, and love might not necessarily give you that security you want. That's the truth. So that's one pro of money. That's one benefit of having money. It gives you security. Besides the fact that it also like gives you options in life. Also, money gives you stability and comfort. Except you want to lie, except you want to be dishonest. If we want to be truthful with ourselves, we can, categorically say that money gives us comfort in life. It gives you this stability that love can not necessarily give. I can wake up today and say, oh, I really want to go for vacation in so and so place. If I can afford it, why not? I can go. But if I can't afford it, I will definitely just stay back and maybe find a good spot, a good location in my city, and just try to unwind there. I can wake up and then say, oh, I would fly first class. That's because I can afford it. But then, if I can't afford it, I will just make do with the economy that I can afford. And that is why money gives you options. By the way, guys, I'm not referring to myself. I'm not saying I can afford a first class. I'm just using those things as examples. So, money gives you options. You can say, no, I'm not flying economy. No, well, I can't do economy. I'd rather go for business class. You have the money, so you have options. You can choose comfort over everything and anything. And that's, one of the many benefits of money. So, saying that money is not important in a relationship is just trying to be dishonest, if I must say. And see, it takes finance to run romance. You can't run a relationship with zero money. Now, I'm saying zero money because you don't need so much money to run a relationship, but at least you should have money. You should have something you're bringing to the table. You should have an income. As a man or even as a lady, there should always be an income. Your income might not be so much, that's understandable, but you should have an income. So money is very essential in a relationship. And if anybody tells you money is not important and love is all you need in a relationship, I bet you the person is lying to you and the person is not being truthful. Money is very essential. I mean, how are you supposed to pay your rent as a couple if you don't have money? How are you supposed to take care of your kids if you don't have money as a couple? How are you meant to buy, clothing, accessories? How are you meant to like make your hair? There are things you need money for, and these are even like the essential things in life. I'm not even talking about luxury now. Let's leave luxury aside. Even for the basic needs of life, you need money. For shelter, for food, you need money. You can't sleep on the streets. You can't beg for food. You need money for all those things. And even to wear good clothes, you need money. So for the essential things in life, you need money. So if anybody says money is not important in a relationship, that is not true. That is just a big fat lie. You need money to run a relationship, and no relationship can survive with zero money. And you guys can see that my emphasis is basically on zero money, because you don't need so much money to run a relationship, but you need money. And that's the truth. You need money to run a relationship, but you don't need so much money. You don't have to be wealthy to be in a relationship or to run a relationship successfully, but you need some money. You need certain amount of money, or you need an income to run a relationship. So that's that about money and about love. So now let's go to the foundation of these two things. Now, money will not always make you happy. Also, love can never be bought. So if money is the only thing that would make you happy, your quest and your search for happiness will never end, because you keep searching for money, you keep searching for wealth or material things to make you happy. So money should never be the basis of your happiness. Like, other things should make you happy, not necessarily money. So if your happiness and your joy is dependent on money, or solely like attached to money, then you would always search for money to make you happy, and that should never be the case. Also, if the foundation of a relationship is based on money, then that relationship will become transactional. How best can I actually explain this? For instance, if the reason why you're in a relationship with a man or a woman is because, oh, he has so much money or she has so much money, then the relationship kind of feels like a transaction. It feels like a business. Let's look at it like, it feels like a business transaction. So the only reason why I would stay in this relationship is because you have money. The moment you don't have money, then I will leave. So that sounds more like a business to me. It sounds more like a transaction to me. So that is why money should never be the basis of a relationship. Love should be the foundation of a relationship. I mean, agape love the love of God should be the foundation of a relationship, because that's the kind of love that can weather all storms. That's the kind of love that can stay true in trying times. There are times that even the so-called rich person can become broke. I mean, absolutely broke, from hundreds or thousands or millions of dollars or whatever currency to zero. I mean, people can go broke in a twinkle of an eye. So money should never be the basis of your relationship. Love should be the basis of your relationship. Love should be the foundation of your relationship. Money should never be the foundation of your relationship. However, you need money to run a relationship. So it's just like having a cake. You know, after baking a cake, you need an icing on that cake. So money is like the icing on the cake. The cake itself is love. I mean, nobody eats icing alone without cake, without the cake itself, except for maybe children. Do you get? An average adult would want the cake and maybe even ignore the icing or want both. So money, for me, I feel money is like the icing on the cake and not necessarily the cake itself. While the cake itself is love, and that love too should be based on the love of God, and it should be based on agape love. You know, the kind of love that will not leave you in trying times. And that's why love is essential in a relationship. Every relationship will go through storms. I mean, your partner can lose his job. So what are you going to do in that situation? If you're in a relationship or you're even married, you know, in a relationship you can even opt out. You can say, oh, I'm no longer interested, and find another excuse for leaving the relationship. Are you going to leave your marriage if your partner loses his job? No, you can't do that. You wouldn't even want to do that as a godly person. So that is why I feel like money should never be the foundation, because money flies. Money has wings. Money can fly at any time. So if the only reason why you're in that marriage relationship, or the reason why you're in that dating relationship is because that guy is rich or that lady is rich, so what happens if that person loses his job or loses a job? What happens if the person just becomes broke overnight? What happens? I mean, people go bankrupt overnight. This pandemic has cost people a lot of millions. I mean, people have lost millions and millions of whatever currency just because of this pandemic, and nobody saw this pandemic coming. I mean, nobody knew that we would be in this kind of situation in 2020. So it just simply means that money is not rigid. Money has wings. It can fly at any time, and money should never be like the foundation of a relationship. Love should be the foundation of a relationship. And my own opinion about this is that there should be balance. This is where balance comes into play. There should be balance. As much as we want money, I mean, I can't be in a relationship where there's no money. Like, the man doesn't have an income. What am I doing in the relationship? It's a different thing if he had an income, he had a job, and then he lost his job. That's different. But getting married to someone who is laid back, doesn't want to work for money, doesn't even have an income at all. I mean, no matter how much you're earning, you should have an income. Let's forget about how much the person is earning. The person should have an income. I say it a lot of times. You should earn what can feed two people. That's a minimum. Earn what can feed two mouths. I mean, yourself and your spouse. Earn what can feed you both. And this is not just for men. Even for a woman, make sure you're earning at least something that can feed you and your husband. And then for the man too, make sure you're earning at least what can feed you and your wife. That's just the principle. But if the guy is already showing you signs of being laid back, always like feasting on your own money, you know, like a parasite, then love can never be enough in that kind of a situation. You shouldn't even be in that kind of a relationship with that kind of a man. But I'm talking about a man that is hardworking, that is diligent, that is focused, disciplined, but doesn't make so much money, but he loves you genuinely. Then go for that kind of a man. Go for that. If he's focused, is disciplined, the same kind of drive he has, the same kind of passion he has would enable him to make more money. That's the truth. Like, his vision, his discipline, his hard work would help him to make more money, and then over time he will become wealthy. That's where contentment, comes into play. Being content with what you have. So you're not greedy, you're not trying to be extravagant, you're not living beyond your means, but at least have something that will meet all your essential needs. So that's why you need at least something that can, the amount of money that can at least meet your essential needs. So that is my point about this. There should be balance. You need love. Love should be like the foundation of all relationships. I mean, of all godly relationships. Why should you, be in a relationship with someone in the first instance that you don't love? Or why should you be married to someone you don't even love in the first instance? So there should be that love, and the love comes from God. So the love of God should be like the foundation of your relationship. And then money is like the icing on the cake, and money is important. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That is why I would preach balance every time. There should always be balance. Strike a balance. Don't go overboard by saying, "Oh, the guy has to have so much money or the lady has to have so much money." And that is what I feel about. It's like both are actually very important. Love is essential, money is essential, and you need both for a relationship to run smoothly. However, money should never be the basis of a relationship, but you still need money. So it's a win-win situation. Balance is what you need. You need both love and money, but strike a balance such that you don't tilt too much on one side or tilt too much on the other side. Just strike a balance. And I believe that if you're able to strike a balance, then your relationship would, go on smoothly, and you'll be able to run that relationship successfully, whether it's a dating relationship or a marriage relationship. So guys, if you have any other points, please just drop them in the comment section. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Is love enough? Is money enough? Do you need both, or do you need neither of them? Let me just know in the comment section. I really want to learn from you guys as well. If you're in a relationship and love is all you both have and there's no money, tell me how you're doing it. I might want to learn from you. You have zero money and you're able to run the relationship. Let me know in the comment section. And if in your own relationship there's no love but there's so much money and you're able to run the relationship successfully, let me also know in the comment section, and just share your opinion. What do you think? Love or money, or love and money, or either of the two, or both? Let me know in the comment section. So if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and please click on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I put up videos on my channel. Don't forget to share my videos to your loved ones. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.